Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. I finally made it back again. I've just been so sick, and just everything that's going on, right? And I've just been doing a lot of reading and just a lot of self-reflecting during these times, but I won't so much go into that today. I just really hope that this video finds you all in good spirits, the best they can be in these times, and your health, always your health. And now what I'm going to share today is the brilliant, magical, or just let's just say magically brilliant colors of fall. Fall just reminds me that, even when the season is over, when everything passes, right? Everything that steps foot on this earth or is placed on this earth has a shelf life. And fall just reminds us that even when we pass on, the colors and life becomes even more magical and brilliant. So I would like to share that with you today. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so I have a couple items, a bin and then one of these bags right here, excuse me, that a comforter used to go in, and I like to place in my garlands and florals and just different items, a way to store something, right? And we are going to be decorating this Christmas tree that was purchased from Lowe's a couple years ago. Okay, so we have many different variegated branches on there already, but I will be placing in just a little bit different type of greenery garland that was purchased from Hobby Lobby. I'm not quite sure if they still sell these, but because it has been a couple years. So again, when I build my trees, I like to add on additional greenery, different types of garland. Placed one up at the top and one in the center, and then the one here at the bottom, I'll be moving it down. Here we go. I just sort of have this one going like a swag in a way, just the two ends coming down off of the tree. And when we add in different types of garland and greenery, it just gives something more depth, right? More interest. And this one was, it was originally $39.95. I did not pay that, however. I believe I paid $10 for this garland. I purchased 4 of them from a florist shop that was going out of business. This was by Raz Imports. Now, I know someone keeps saying Raz Imports went out of business. They have not. They are still very much so in business. Okay, right in the center of the tree, I just placed one garland. I'm not going to add in any more because I want to start putting on this Lush designer ribbon that I purchased. It is by Dee Stevens. Everything she touches is just magical, just beautiful. It's all about the designer ribbon today, and every holiday season for that matter. Now, I have not always been able to afford designer ribbon, and it was okay during those times as well, right? We use what we are able to afford. Now, I've, put my years in life, and I'm able to now move up into the designer ribbon of things. So I placed 3 different, I'm just going to call them bows and streams of ribbon on the tree. and we're going to start building up on the ribbon. I just cannot, it's like a velvet chenille fabric. As you can see, it is wired. Now this next one I will be adding in, here is the name. I try to share that as much as possible. And it has a burgundy hue to it. So again, as I'm decorating today, it is going to be fall, but also Christmas, since I'm so late in the game from being sick. And I have these, before I start the build up, I want to place these stems in first. I have shared these. They're by Regency. And these were purchased from Merrifield Garden. Almost every bit of floral picks, fall picks that I use today will be from Merrifield Garden. And I will also be sharing some links in my description box as well. Okay, so I added in a few of these magnolia stems. And again, it's all about layering. Layering, layering. Okay, if you're not ready for maximalism, I would click out of this video right now, because we're about to go some 10 layers deep, okay? Okay, here we go. So I stated many months ago how this Christmas I really wanted to bring in some more of like the blush colors. The mauves and the plums, and so I thought, okay, this is close enough. It works for me. And I'm just going to make a simple ribbon, and basically here I'm wanting to share how to make different layers of ribbon, use different ribbon to make layers on a bow. And like people say, what word rhymes with orange, right? Well, a lot of individuals also have a hard time blending different colors with orange. But I'm here to share that everything goes beautifully with orange, even blues, although we will not be touching those today, but they are to come. So this is just going to have three little loops here on this bow. So the orange ribbon on the backdrop is the largest, and I did 2. This one, 3. And I want to make sure I have a nice tail to it. And I'll move it up. And as you see, I have the orange bow out to the left and right. And then this burgundy bow, I have 2 going down and 1 going up. Now I have this gorgeous velvet ribbon. Again, Merrifield Garden. It is by Dee Stevens. You can find her everywhere. If I find this ribbon, again, I will link it in my description box. As you can see, her ribbons are not cheap, and it's because they are fine. When you go with the fine designer ribbon, you are definitely going to pay more, but it lasts for years. So it's worth it in the long run, trust me. And I just placed some ribbon, another bow on top of the burgundy. So I did 3 different bows together. It was very important that I put these on first, because again, there's going to be quite a bit of buildup. So I have these little twiggy, they're faux branches from Hobby Lobby. I always wait until they are 50% off. And I will be adding in some of these, it's a mini leaf spray. And again, it is by the company Melrose. Loving the copper look, right? The bronzy, old world, French country always look and feel. I placed one at the top, and you will see as I go on decorating, some of the items that are coming out from the tree will blend in nicely when I add in more items, but I will also be pressing them down further into the tree as well. Don't be afraid to let things freely come off your tree, because it will always bring a whimsical adventure for sure. Get this into focus. Here's the code on the back. Again, from Melrose. They were purchased from Merrifield Garden. And I really tried finding some floral at Hobby Lobby, but it was either red or it was purple. They didn't have a nice color to match with this ribbon. So I decided to play off that color ribbon, that color for this ribbon. As you can see, we lost our sunshine. It's really dark outside. And I thought, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. So here is Robin King Designs Rooster Platter. So I have shared her round one. Now this is the larger one. I said, let's try a larger one, Robin. And it turned out pretty magnificent. It had vintage inspired crackling all through the rooster. It's quite a large piece, and I'm going to place it in this tree. I put a plate hanger on the back, and again, I'm over here thinking, oh, I'm feeling better, I'm doing good, I'm gonna decorate a little bit tonight. Anyways, that didn't happen. We're in a new day. But I do have Robin's gorgeous golden rooster platter right here on the tree. And when you go to her site, in the coupon box, put in the little blue fly, and she'll make sure to give you a kind discount. She has many beautiful, beautiful vintage inspired items, artwork on her website. Okay, so I have this pair, and this was purchased from the at-home store a couple years ago. I purchased a couple of them, and I wish I would have gotten more, that's for sure. 2 was not enough. And I was going to place it in the tree, and I did place it in the tree. But let me tell you, this is why the video is late. Well, for a few reasons, but a big reason is, well, first let me talk about this. This is a vintage, like a wooden spool stand that I thrifted some time back. I did share this in one of my decorating hauls. And for those of you that have been around for a little while, you know how I like to put little tables inside my tree to let different items come up and out of the tree. Well, I just decided to go a little bit smaller this year and use this wooden stand. And there it is, tucked in perfectly in the tree. And again, the reason why this video was late is because I completely tore apart my tree. I kept the ribbon in place, but I took all the decorations out and just decided, you know, well, here's a wonderful copper pumpkin that was purchased many years ago in California, and I just really wanted to bring some metals in on the tree as well. But yes, I just wasn't filling the tree. And if I'm not filling it, if I'm not pleased with it, well, I'm just going to tear it apart and then be frustrated. So I was a little bit frustrated, walked away, but it's all good now because we have a beautiful tree coming. So I placed the pumpkin on the stand down below and tilted it a little bit. All these colors are so lush and warm and vivid. And they are really making my heart happy. Along with, I have two sisters that I'm going to be sharing today. And is she not delicious? Look at her. Now this is Clarabelle. And this is Fiona. Fiona, she likes to put the special little pose in there. Fiona's a little bit more extra than Clarabelle. I'm sorry, not Clarabelle, Clarice. I decided to call her Clarice. So we have Clarice and Fiona, and two more sisters will be around later on in the videos. These are linked in my description box. Hurry, because they're almost gone. They're yellow. It's a chenille, right? They're so these are quails, and they just have these large, rounded, yellow breasts, and they're so fanciful, right? All the glitter. The sisters are just extra like that. They love to be dressed for the party. And I just love them so, so much. So go to my description box. It's underneath the title. You'll see the word more. Click on it. It will drop down. And I will have several different items in there listed for sale. The ones that I could find. These are copper palm branches. There's 3 of them per stem. And I added in the ornament, the round ball ornaments that I shared in a previous haul that I purchased on clearance for $1. Now I'm going to start adding in some of these florals, and I'm going to work the ribbon and the quails and the floral all together. Because as you can see on the quails on her face, it's more of like a scarlet red, but that works well with the burgundies. Mix those colors. So I place them underneath the birds and back behind some of the ribbon. So I almost went like in a J with a tail up at the top. Here's a close-up. I just wanted to share how because we have variegated, right? Variegated colors inside of the flowers. And then all the palm branches, I face them going down onto the tree branches. And I put in 3 of them total. 1 up at top, and then a couple over here to the left. I was so fussy with this tree. I put it together and it just, no. So, and the majority of these items are new this year. These are just stunners. They are copper holly leaves. And let me tell you, they're fabulous. Love them. Very well put together. And again, it's all about the copper and the bronze, going for that rich, lush, old world feel. There's copper branches anywhere, and if they don't have glitter on them, we'll spray glue on them, right? And sprinkle glitter on yourself. If you have the time, of course. And I just placed them, I believe I have 7 of them. Just place them all about on the tree. One in front of the Rooster Platter. And again, just letting them cascade down naturally and weaving in the pine branches and whatever's there together to give it more of a natural feel. And again, you know, if the... Okay, so these right here, I'm going to sidetrack a little bit. These right here gave it the whimsy feel. I know some of you say whimsical, okay. I like to say whimsy. And if that's what makes me feel happy, I'm going to continue doing it. So these just, they're just going to give that extra touch of whimsy coming out from the tree. I don't want everything just to stay tucked in. I want things to come out, sort of grab our attention. I did purchase those from Merrifield Garden, but Hobby Lobby does have some like this as well. Placed one over the top of the Rooster Platter and off to the sides. But again, if your budget does not allow for designer, there are many other ribbons out there and florals out there that can be purchased, and you can add glitter on yourself onto the leaves. Look at these sweet little babies. These were purchased from Merrifield Garden. Love the warm buttercream yellow in the birds. And then the others, you know, just have that that aged fall color to them. I really love that about fall, how, you know, during spring and summer, we enjoy all the different colors out in, you know, nature's landscape. And then when the season's over, the colors seem to take on a whole different level of brilliance. Okay, these bottles, I decided to add bottles to my tree. I said, why not? You know, I was like, well, I just want something different. So let's place bottles on my tree. And this was purchased from Hobby Lobby. They're still there. And I believe they're on sale this week. And I just added in a little bit of dried floral. And I have this tie back that is a pine branch that I will be using. I could have used ribbon as well, and I just simply attached it to one of the branches. But I have so much ribbon going on already that I wanted to not have any ribbon on this piece. So for those of you that are new, we are going to, well, this right here, let me tell you about this first. Here's the name if you're interested in trying to find these. I did purchase them from Merrifield Garden. But for those of you that are new, we're getting ready to go into the closer look. And I always add in special items that I did not share throughout the video. So if all of you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I so need to get back into the algorithm. Leave me a wonderful message. I would just be forever thankful. Until next time.